We'll show you about core cue action principles. And core cue action principles are your feathers, your backswing, and cue delivery. Not only you have to be smooth and straight, but in cue action it's very important to have a nice rhythm, because the more rhythm you have, the better timing you have. With feathers, in feathering, you don't want to be too fast or too slow, because if you are too fast, there is more likely that you have muscle tension in your back arm, your elbow, and if you're going to be too slow, mentally, it's very hard to keep rhythm, and it's very easy to lose concentration. So your feathers have to be somewhere in between. So to understand what kind of feathers to have, you just have to count numbers at the beginning, just for the reference point. So it's like 1, 2, 3, or if you want to have more feathers, you can have 1, 2, 3, 4. So your feathers is like a bouncing ball. Like you start with the bigger feather, then you make smaller, and then you make smaller. So 1, 2, 3. And that effect allows you to feel the cue weight, allows your muscles to relax and prepare for the shot. And there is more chance to put the ball and make a better position. Second point, if your feathers are smooth, most likely you're going to make your backswing a bit smoother as well, because your backswing has to be same as your feathers. It has to be smooth if you do it smoothly. So if you do smooth feathers, make sure that your backswing is nice and smooth. Prolong. 1, 2. So from the front pause to contact point with the cue ball, it should be about from 1.2 to 1.5 seconds for those guys who are a little bit more scientific. That range will allow you to hit the ball not too quick and not too slow. You just make sure about that, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, and 2. For the most players, that will give you a good reference point which kind of backswing to have a correct backswing. Okay, and the last point, cue delivery. Without good feathers and without good backswing, it's almost impossible to have a nice cue delivery. But in cue delivery, you just have to make sure that you're always finishing shots to the contact point. Almost most shots, because about 95% of your shot requires hit to the chest and not more. So you don't want to finish too early, because then you will squeeze your grip, especially on the power shots. And you don't want to drop your elbow, because your Q-tip is going up. Dropping too much, your Q-tip is going up. So you want to avoid scoop motion as much. Make a stun shot. And just make sure that you stay still for the finish and you're not moving up with your head. It's very important when you deliver the cue that your head stays still. No head movement at all. You're not going up. You're not using your elbow, your shoulder, or any body movement. Avoid this at all costs. Just nice and smooth feathers, nice and smooth backswing, and nice and smooth delivery to the same contact point as you're aiming. If you enjoyed the video, in case if you're interested in the training, you can reach me on Facebook, on Instagram, or on comments in YouTube, and look for the training programs, video courses, and mentorship programs. See you. Take care.